I can remember my first trip up University Avenue and thinking, wow, this is where I'm going to work for the next 4 years.
Steve Peters is the 40th Speaker here at Queen's Park. He took some time out this week to give a tour of the hidden treasures of Queen's Park.
Welcome to the Speaker's apartment. The Speaker has lived in the building since it opened in 1893. Originally, the Speaker lived on the first and second floor. Has a full formal dining room. The Speaker can host a dinner for up to 12 people for dinner. All the food is prepared right here in the building. You'll notice as you pass through the apartment, there's just some amazing artwork. We're blessed here at Queen's Park with an art collection that is second to none, and some beautiful old furniture, this wonderful clock that dates from the 1830s. The apartment is divided into two. The west side of the apartment is the more formal area, and then if you come and join me on the east side of the building, this is the area where the speakers have lived. I've had the opportunity to visit a lot of condominiums here in Toronto, and I've got to tell you, the speaker's bedroom is bigger than a lot of people's apartments that I visited. So come on in. It's a huge room. You have an amazing view of Queen's Park, the more formal park located to the north of the building. One of the things I've had to get used to is being a little more pampered. Gloria Richards has looked after 13 different speakers, and she's responsible for acting as the manager of this apartment, and I'm just not used to all this formality. We seem to have fights every day about foo-foo pillows. She loves them, and I'm not such a big fan of them. Well, right now we're about 100 feet above the ground, part of the attic here at Queen's Park, and this is known as the Mystery Room. I think what strikes you is that the wonderful wrought ironwork, the way the walls have been finished, and it was part of the original building, but nobody knows what it was ever intended to be used for. You can get some great views of the city, and who knows, someday if we need to raise some money, maybe we can turn it into a restaurant here at Queen's Park. The architect of the building, Richard Waite, originally estimated that the building would cost $500,000 to complete. By the time it opened in 1893, the cost was well in excess of $1 million. The original drawings originally proposed a clock facing to the south and to the west here, but at the point they were so far over budget, they didn't have enough money to complete it, and all we have now is these full views of the clock face. I did have an estimate done, and it would have cost about today's dollars about $250,000 to have a clock added to the building. Buried deep in the bowels of Queen's Park are these vaults that are reputed to be part of the old psychiatric hospital that was located here at the legislature, and where residents of the 4 ghosts who live here at Queen's Park supposedly occupy these vaults. Having lived here, I've had no experience with them, though.
The Speaker showed us some of the backroom treasures, some secret areas, some mystery areas, some unfinished areas.
I don't think they know.
And he also had a little fun with some visiting school children.
I'm Steve Peters, the Speaker. I'm up in the attic right now. I'm about 50 feet above you. And this is actually the first time I've ever done this. If you come into the chamber at 3 o'clock, you'll see me in person. I am a real person, not a ghost.
The Speaker has great interest in architecture, in old buildings, and in the history of this province. That's what's prompted him to open up the place and find out more about the hidden secrets of how this building came to be, why these hidden corners have remained a mystery for so long.
This building is an opportunity to showcase Ontario product, and I hope that future speakers will continue to make sure that we ensure that people know about the good things that come right from our own backyard.
Peters will no longer be the MPP after October 6th. After that, however, he will be Speaker until a new one is elected, probably sometime in November. He told me he's going to take some time off, 6 months to travel, find his roots in the Ukraine, and then he has to find another job. For the Toronto Sun at Queen's Park, this is Christina Blizzard.